Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the complex world of corporate finance with a smirk and a smile. Today we're diving into Visa Incorporated's latest move, a big deal involving a lot of senior notes. Picture this, it is February of 2026 and Visa Incorporated is out there making some serious financial announcements. They are announcing an offering amounting to a whopping $900 million of their 3.800% senior notes that are due in 2029. But they did not stop there. Oh no! They also offered up $750 million of 4.100% senior notes due in 2031. And as if that were not enough, we are looking at $700 million worth of 4.400% senior notes due in 2033. To round it all off, they also sold $650 million of 4.700% senior notes. Due in 2036, they are calling all these notes together the notes. And this is a pretty significant financial play. Now, how do you sell that much debt? You typically do it through what is called an underwriting agreement. This agreement was dated the 3rd of February 2026, and it was between Visa Incorporated and a bunch of underwriters. Think of the underwriters as the middlemen who help sell these notes to investors. This whole thing was done under Visa's automatic shelf registration statement. It is like having a pre-approved plan to sell securities to the public. They had filed this registration statement way back on the 24th of July 2024. Visa also filed a prospectus supplement on the 3rd of February 2026, which basically gives more details about this specific offering. Let's look at the hard numbers from the table, the very heart of any financial report. We start with the 3.800% senior notes due 2029. Visa sold a massive $900 million worth of these. Then for the 4.100% senior notes due 2031, they sold $750 million. Next up, the 4.400% senior notes due 2033 saw $700 million. And finally, the 4.700% senior notes due 2036 with $650 million. These are truly eye-watering figures. Now, these notes have different maturity dates. The 2029 notes are due on the 12th of February 2029, the 2031 notes on the 12th of February 2031, and so on. The 2033 notes mature on the 12th of February 2033, and the 2036 notes on the 12th of February 2036. This gives investors a range of timelines to consider. The public offering price is also quite interesting. For the 2029 notes, it was 99.885% of the principal amount. For the 31 notes, it was 99.866%. The 2033 notes were priced at 99.744%, and the 2036 notes at 99.881%. This means they were sold at just slightly below their face value, a common practice to make them more attractive to buyers. And of course, there is the interest. These notes pay interest semi-annually on the 12th of February and the 12th of August. The first interest payment for all of them was scheduled for the 12th of August 2026. The coupon rates, as they are called, are 3.800% for the 2029 notes, 4.100% for the 2031 notes, 4.400% for the 2033 notes, and 4.700% for the 2036 notes. These rates reflect the risk and the term of the loan. Longer terms typically mean higher interest rates. Visa also has an option to redeem these notes early. This is called optional redemption. For the 2029 and 2031 notes, they can redeem them before a certain date, and if they do, it will cost them a bit more than the face value. After that date, they can redeem them at par, which means at the exact principal amount. For the 2033 and 2036 notes, the terms are similar, but the dates and the extra cost for early redemption vary slightly. This gives Visa flexibility to refinance if interest rates fall. The actual forms of these notes are filed as exhibits to this report. So if you are an investor or just curious, you can see the exact language and terms of these financial instruments. This includes details about optional redemption and other important provisions. These are unsecured obligations, meaning they are not backed by specific assets. And to top it all off, there is an opinion from a law firm, Davis Polk and Wardwell LLP. This opinion is usually about the legality of the notes being issued. It is a common requirement for such financial transactions, ensuring everything is above board legally. Alright, let's talk about what this all means. Visa Incorporated is essentially borrowing a huge amount of money by issuing these senior notes. They are doing this to fund their operations, likely for growth initiatives, or to refinance existing debt. The fact that they are issuing notes with maturities ranging from 2029 to 2036 shows they are planning for the long term. The interest rates offered are competitive for the current market, reflecting their creditworthiness. From a Warren Buffett perspective, we are looking at a company that is consistently raising capital to fuel its growth. Visa is a dominant player in the payment processing industry, and these notes help them maintain that position. The company is showing a strong ability to access debt markets, which is a sign of financial health and investor confidence. However, it also means their debt load is increasing. We need to watch if these new borrowings are effectively translated into increased revenue and profits to service this debt comfortably. The risks here are pretty standard for any company issuing debt. Interest rate fluctuations can impact how attractive these notes are in the future, and if borrowing costs rise for Visa, it could affect their profitability. Also, the overall economic climate plays a big role. If consumer spending slows down, it can impact Visa's transaction volumes. In conclusion, this filing shows Visa expanding its debt financing to support its strategic objectives. They are a well-established company with a strong business model. The key will be how effectively they deploy this borrowed capital to generate returns for shareholders. It is a strategic move that signals ambition and a commitment to future growth. Alright, that is our breakdown of Visa's latest financial maneuver. What is your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching, see you next time.